Huh. 0%. 2.5 out of 10. Alright, let's watch it.
Why does everybody in this town know more about Dad than I do? You knew my dad. I need to know about his work.
Your father was working to find a way to harness energy beyond anything that mankind has ever attempted.
Yeah, so Max Steel, what is it? Well, it's a movie with 0% on Rotten Tomatoes, directed by I Really Don't Care, and stars Maria Bello and Andy Garcia, as well as, like, insert discount Channing Tatum here. But, like, make Channing Tatum a teenager and have slightly longer hair. The plot of Max Steel is basically Max moves into a new town, and he gets hit by a car run by a girl. Actually, no, that's too specific. That does happen, but I'm gonna skip over that, kind of like how the movie does. He ends up going to a new town, he has, like, all this power, and then all of a sudden, like, this magical, like, this alien robot thing called Steel shows up and says, like, hey, you've got this power, I'm gonna drain it from you, because if you have to have too much, you're gonna blow up, and stuff. And then apparently something like he's looking for his dad, is what I'm guessing. And then he's attacked. I'll be honest with you, I am so confused by the plot of Max Steel. It lacks any total and utter coherence. From what I gather about the character of Max Steel, he was an action figure in the 90s, and then in like 2010s or something, he had like this animated TV show where he had like this suit and he had all these sort of like special abilities that came with the suit, which is, I'm pretty sure, is what the movie is trying to, like, take from. And I heard that, like, this is one of the reasons why they never made a Ben 10 movie, and I'm like, yeah, because if it turned out like this, I would be shattered. To sum it up nice and easy for you, Max Steel is one of the most atrocious pieces of filmmaking I've ever seen. But it's not atrocious in a way that makes me anger-induced, say for something like The Darkness, The Forest, Meet the Blacks, Norm of the North. This is more along the lines of, well, that was harmless. That was an hour and a half. I won't give it back in my life. But it was harmless. Kind of like a movie that took itself way too seriously, and it ended up becoming pretty harmless, even though it should have been a kid's movie. Kind of sounds like Batman v Superman, if you ask me. Not really. Batman v Superman was actually way better compared to this piece of crap. But let's start off with the acting, you might say. Alright, so discount Channing Tatum with a longer haircut. He's crap. Terrible acting. I'm sure that he has some decent acting chops, because, like, Dylan Minetti, who was in, like, 13 Reasons Why and Don't Breathe, he was up for the role of this. He didn't get it. This guy beat him out. I don't know whether it was because it was really bad, like a really bad audition, or he actually has something to him, and they just didn't show that in the movie. So I would like to see more of him in a different role, because here he was completely crap. Maria Bello. Crap. She tries. Believe me, she is the only actor in this movie that gives, like, the best. She gives the best performance, but it's still terrible. Like, you can see her trying, but it's still bad. Andy Garcia, oh my god, Andy Garcia is terrible. The love interest. Alright, let's start with how they introduce the love interest. You can take a guess. You can feel free to pause this moment on how they introduce the love interest. Yep. She hits him with a car, isn't that? I laughed when that happened. That was actually pretty funny. Okay, now that we got that through, let's talk about the character of Steel. He's annoying. So annoying. We're through with that. Alright, let's talk about how the story is told. Well, it's confusing, incohesive, and generally doesn't make any sense and takes a really long time to get through. Like, you do not see the suit until like 40 minutes in a training montage that doesn't even make any sense because it's not even training, it's just him learning his powers. And then he gets to like 55-minute mark, when then he gets like 10 seconds, and then it's knocked out because like we're like no longer in sync, and then he shows up in it for the final battle. It's pretty bad. Alright, what else is there? Visual effects are awful. There's nothing so insulting about Max Steel, except it's garbage. Utter garbage. Look, for me, Max Steel, there's nothing really that much to add. It is a very, very bad in any, like, critical way of filmmaking. We can guess on what the score is, because Max Steel is definitely wet socks. Have you seen Max Steel? What did you think of it? Have I turned you off from seeing Max Steel, or you're just like, yep, I gotta see this movie now? Let me know in the comments down below. Like the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe, become one of the Platypus. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Oh wow, you made it to the end of the video. Good job. How about you click that subscribe button for more content? Or click one of these two videos. You know, either one's good enough.